Hey everybody, how you doing? Geodoctor here, coming to you from the old Geodoctor's office today. Well, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I don't have a teaching video for you here. This is not an update video. What this is today is a look at my stash. I've got some new models in the office, things that have come in recently, and I gathered them all up so they're within reaching distance of these arms of mine, and I thought I would just share what's come through the door lately. Now let's see if you'll just take a look there, and I move my head out of the way. You might recognize that little guy there I've stuck on my wall, but that's one of Dr. Cranky's posters. And if I go straight up right there, there it is, the Dr. Cranky calendar. Thank you, Doc, for sending that. I've got all my stuff in. Check this out. Toothless Zombie Killer. Yes, I'm on the Toothless Zombie Squad killer for Dr. Cranky. I have no idea what the hell that means other than you're supposed to build really funky models that, you're killing zombies and that about. But I haven't taken that many drugs yet. So give me a little while, Doc. I'll catch up with you. Anyways, right above me over here, you'll see models. All kinds of them. Probably got about 50, 60 models up there. And what you can't see is if you kept going the other way, jeepers creepers. There, that way. And you can't see that wall. Well, the top part of my wall is full of rattle cans, books, again, magazines, but everything that has to do with modeling and model kits that come up about 5 feet off the ground. So probably about another 25, 30 model kits. What I want to share with you today is what's come in recently. This is in the last 3 days. Okay, so please enjoy as I share this with you. My nurse, Justin, he also works in a nursing home out in Kingsville, Ontario. And a gentleman out there, he was a model builder for a long time, and of course he had a hard time with 1/24th scale, as even I do right now, and he builds strictly in 1/16, and he was using a lot of mini craft. And unfortunately the gentleman got sick. He gave the model to Justin. The man passed away. Justin is not a modeler. So the other day he walks in and he hands me this. Mini Crafts 1/16. I believe this is a 1932 Model A. It's what's called the Flamin' Flathead. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, that is one beautiful model. The doors open. Everything works on this, posable steering wheels. I have a 1/16 model of the Dodge Charger, which this will obviously, join it. But just to let you know, in chrome alone, it's got over 75 chrome parts to this puppy, and it is massive, massive. And something that is going to have to wait, but eventually, of course, I intend to build this car and enjoy it. Now, speaking of 1/16 scale, my good buddy Badass Canadian. I did a deal with Badass Canadian. I bought a model off him. And I have to share this with you. This is fantastic. This is a historic model. No kidding. It is the 1/16 scale. I'm going to try and get it all in here for you. Peterbilt. Isn't that thing? This is the largest scale model ever produced. The largest chunk of styrene that has ever been produced. This thing, my friends, is massive. This is almost 2 feet long when it's built. And I was thinking originally it would be really neat to extend, you know, shoot out the frame and turn it into a fire vehicle, a rescue fire truck. And then I opened the kit. Oh my God! This thing would be over 3 feet long if I ever managed to do that. It is massive. I don't want to open it up right now because it'll just shoot this video so long. However, when I'm starting to build this, I will show you, and I'm telling you right now, friends, this truck that I'm holding up, that picture is very close to the actual size of the truck. When you take this out and you look at the sleeper, the cab, the bonnet, oh my goodness, this thing's massive. Thank you, Badass Canadian, for a really swell deal. I really thank you so very much. Very honorable man, and I would highly suggest any of you, who want to buy something from him to do so. I picked this up. This is by Fujimi. It's a diorama garage. It's got a little over 200 parts to it, and I do intend to build this. It's got a car lift, floor jack. Hey, let me read some of the stuff on the side here for you that comes in this Fujimi kit. Una saigan dai chilachong, chicken sugai, chicken chow mein, didi malfuma, kilasoto tang. So there you go. That's just some of the parts that come in here. To be very honest, there's absolutely no English on this box except to say Garage and Tools Fujimi. That is the only English on this box. God help us all. Next, the Firebird Match Race. Yes, sir, Firebird Match Race. There you go. Beautiful Firebird dragster made by Revell. Looking very forward to getting down and doing this model. Once again, kit features just an unbelievable amount of parts, and they're very exciting. This is like Christmas morning, you know what I mean? For you, probably some of you have already seen this kit many times. The classic cruiser. By Monogram. It's a 57, or I think, forgive me, 56 Chevy Bel Air. Boy, I like the lines on that car. I love that way that hood comes up. Nice gasser model. Going to have a lot of fun with that one. Don't know if I'll do it box stock. Whatever. My favorite car, my favorite model, the best canvas as far as I'm concerned ever built. Revell's 41 Street Rod. You notice this, and this camera and I, we fight every time I do a video. I actually have 2 of these. I just, sorry, I love this car. And whether it's Big John Manmanovich, whether it be the Kidman dragster, whether it be Stonewoods and Cook, I love the 41 Willys. I love Willys, period. For those of you who don't know, Willys is actually owned by Chryslers. Learn something new. Here's another thing you may not know. The Army Jeeps that you used to see in World War II, Okay, they were in the first letters. Say a lieutenant said, "Go get me a general purpose vehicle," the GP, and they would shorten the GP down to Jeep, and that's the history of how Jeep came along. Those were Willies. Pretty neat, eh? World War II, little World War II. I like to share, can I say? Frustrated teacher, I guess. Okay. Dandy Don Nicholson. There we go. 61 Chevy Impala Super Stock. Very nice model. And you know what? This was one of the first really tricked out funny cars. For those of you who can see, you'll notice the back tires. Okay, see if I can do this. Where this back wheel is, I'm screwing this up on the camera. There we go, where the back wheel, you'll notice the shortness of the wheel radius. It is not in balance, nor is my brain with this damn camera. That's the history of funny car. When they started to move that back axle up to get closer to the front axle, because you got more torque, and it took a lot of relief off the drive shaft. The cars went faster, but everybody said the car looks funny. It looks weird that way. Again, there's the history of the funny car for you. That's why they're called funny cars. They look funny. Learn something new every day, eh? Hopefully you come to the Geodoctor's office, man. You got to come away with something. All right. One of my all-time favorite cars ever built at any time. 69 Dodge Charger Daytona, skill level 3 by, of course, Revell. It's part of their Mr. Muscle collection. This comes with a 426 Hemi. It also comes with the 440 6-pack. That's right, 6-pack, 6 carburetor. Okay, so that's probably how I'll build this, the 440 wedge with the 6-pack. Little information on this. King Richard Petty, put a number 43 on this. Won the Daytona 500 in this car. Won Indy same year in this car. This car, at the time, they did not have wind tunnels. They took this car, put it through to see what the coefficient of friction would be. It came out to 2.76, the coefficient of friction. A Mazda Miata. This car is 17 feet long in real life. A Mazda Miata, believe it or not, is 3.4. This actually slides through the wind faster than any car that is being produced today, with the exception of supercars, which may cost you $1 million to buy. Isn't that something interesting? Amazing, eh? What you learn when you get into this hobby is unbelievable. We're not done here. Again, 49 Merc, building one for the Cranky contest. I got one up there. Got another one here. Love the model, love the car, and like Dr. Cranky says, it's a great canvas. What else have we got here? Oh, should we be surprised? Another 49 Merc. What will I do with this one? I don't know. But I'll have a ball putting it together. All right, back down. We're looking at a 58 Chevy Impala lowrider from the California lowrider series. Can we all see that? I hope. That should be a ball. I've never done a lowrider. I have no idea what's involved in it, but it's a beautiful model. Builds up very nice. I've seen some wonderful models online of this car. Just quickly trying to check the engine size on this thing. If I read this right, I think it's a 386. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, okay. There we go. It's another lowrider. This is a 62 Chevy Impala SS lowrider, 2-in-1 kit. Once again by Revell. Looking forward to doing this kit. This was my era, guys, right here, the 60s. I was a teenager during the 60s. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, all that kind of good stuff. Vietnam. Oh well. It is what it is, fellas. It was what it was. That's life. All right, moving along. We got one more box to go through here. The Fantasy. Yeah, I have a plan for this van. When I was originally injured, before I send her off to kindergarten every day, we would sit at 12 noon and we'd watch the A-Team together. Now that's a tender memory for this old man, okay? Now I know she remembers that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this van, convert it, do what I have to, and I'm going to make an A-Team van out of this Fantasy. And I'm going to do it strictly in honor of my daughter, because I love her so much. She's such an important person in my life. And this, to me, is kind of like a sacred memory, if you would. Time spent with my little girl. She'll always be my little girl, even though she's 28 years old now. What else we got in here? Oh, yeah. By Monogram. Batman. Yes. I love that model. I love the way that model looks. That is one cool thing. That's a 55 Chevy Street funny car and drag strip gasser. Sorry I have to read all these things, guys, but I just can't retain like I used to all these details. Love that, though. I will probably do that one box stock, with the exception of wiring, plumbing, and all the other good stuff that I'm slowly learning how to do. Perhaps one of the best cars, as far as I'm personally concerned, this is a Lindbergh kit ever put into production, the 72 Dodge Charger, with the shaker hood coming through, the shaker manifold. You guys can correct me later on, but I'm just going by memory, but I believe this had a 383 4-barrel. I know you could order it. You could get a 6-cylinder, slant 6, I think Dodge used to make. But if you really wanted to, you could go up to a 383 with the Hearst 4-speed. Beautiful car, nicely made. And the reason they called that a shaker hood is because literally where the breather was, it was doing this. It was just shaking back and forth all the time. Another history lesson for you. Another one of my very favorite cars. Again, I'm a Mopar freak. Skill level 3. Again, by Revell. 68 Charger RT. This was another car that came with the 426 Hemi or the 440 Wedge. I don't know what I'm going to do with this right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll be doing Pro Street or Pro Mod with this car when I get around to it. And we continue on. A model that I've been seeing a lot of you build lately, and I just admire it to no end. It should be no surprise to anybody. It's the trucks model with the snow plow on it. The GMC pickup. It doesn't say exactly what year this is on here, so you guys can correct me anytime you want, but I'm going to shoot for maybe 76, 77 by the looks of it. I know it's got 2 engine options in it. I believe that you could buy this with the L77 Corvette engine, and I think that's one of the options. If I'm wrong, please, let me know online, but a very cool truck, and I just think the snowplow is worth buying this particular kit. Great hands, eh? Okay, what do we got? 3 more to go. 3 more, guys. Torture's almost done. Okay, okay. Once again, from the Revell Muscle Kit. The 1978 Firebird, skill level 2. This is a 3-in-1 kit. This will be built box stock. This is the actual Smokey and the Bandit car. The black, done up this way. Mine I'm going to do in silver. My kid brother, when he was in medical school, drove one of these all the way through the time that he was in university. My brother Kurt, and he passed away 12 years ago. He had a massive heart attack one day after his 35th birthday. So I'm going to do this one in silver, which was what my brother drove. It had the 6-liter high output engine in it, which I believe this is. It's either a 5 or a 6-liter high output. He had a 4-speed in his. I love driving this car because I'm 6'4", and with the T-tops, it was really nice with the T-tops off because for once I was sitting in a car, I wasn't banging my head off the roof all the time. So, Curtis, this one's for you, bud. This one's for my little brother. Yes, sir. Boy, we're going to have a topple here yet and a real big mess in the office here. I'm just stacking these things up. All right. Well, we'll just make this a quickie because I had to buy 2 of these. Another 41 Willys by Monogram. I just cannot get enough of these cars. I love them once again. Probably the best canvas any modeler ever worked on. Last but not least, my own copy. Here it is. The Stacy David Hot Rod. Now I know many of you have seen this, many of you own this. Geez, I hate this camera. Honest to goodness. But I hope to build this. I doubt very, very much that this is going to be a box stock build. This is definitely going to have some Geodoctor touches put to it. Okay, fellas, that's all I've got to share with you today. Believe it or not, this is, like I say, what's come into the office in the last 3 days. I have another shipment coming. Actually, 2 shipments. Equal in size to the one I just showed you. So, bear with me. It's been fun sharing with you guys today. This is the Geodoctor saying, peace, much happiness, stay healthy. Bye, fellas.